Got my cutter, got my torch. Pour a beverage and I step out on the porch. Grab a cigar, I love that view. I guess it's time for another Poolside Cigar Review.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Poolside Cigar Reviews with Kirk. It's a weeknight edition, and I'm smoking on a 1502 Ruby. And this is just a beautiful Nicaraguan cigar. Gorgeous box press. Burning nice and slowly. Full of, well, it started off with some dark chocolate, a little pepper, a little leather, a little earth. Leather and earth are kind of moving up a little bit. Pepper's faded. Cocoa's definitely in the back. And a nice, long earthy finish. Delicious. And I'm pairing that tonight very nicely with a local whiskey. This is from Hamilton Distillers, which is a distillery here in Tucson. This is their Whiskey Del Bac Dorado. This is a single malt style, and it's mesquite smoked. Local mesquite. They actually malt their own barley at their distillery here in Tucson, and it's matured in virgin American oak casks, not refill, for 4 months, 6 months, something like that. They're smaller casks. The website will give you all the details. I don't remember. I'm not an encyclopedia, but they're smaller casks, like 5-10 gallons. So they only mature for 4 to 6 months, something like that. And boy, tremendously balanced. The spirit is really phenomenal. And if you're in southern Arizona, you might be able to grab a bottle of this at a bottle shop somewhere. It's going to be a little hard to find still, but Total Wine just started carrying it locally. It's only $49 a bottle, which the quality of the spirit is way up there. It's a tremendous value at that price. So highly recommend it. So well balanced. The mesquite smoke is perfect. It's got some oaky vanilla sweetness. It's a little bit fruity at first, but it just finishes with a nice savory smoky note. Not over the top. If you're thinking that this is going to be smoky, it's not peaty at all. I mean, you'll definitely recognize this as mesquite smoke. But if you're thinking of something that's intense, like a Lafroy or an Ardbeg, it's not. It's much more balanced, and it's more subdued, which is really, again, a testament to the spirit, since it's only a few months old. Really great stuff. So if you're a single malt Scotch drinker, $49 price tag is really reasonable. Speaking of reasonableness and Scotch, got something cool to share with you. I already opened the box, but we'll pretend, right? So you can see how it came. Came home from work today. This was waiting on my porch. I said, oh, what could that be? Of course, I knew what it was. But you don't. Not yet, anyway. So let's open it up. Let's see what we got. Let's see. We got some cardboard. What do we have here? What's under this? Oh, it's Christmas time. We've got 2 bottles of very nice single malt Scotch. We've got the 200th anniversary special limited edition bottling of the Lagavulin 8-year. This is very hard to find right now, a lot of places. As soon as it's on the shelf, it's off the shelf again. But I have my own bottle, so that's exciting. And a bottle of Ardbeg Corey Vrecken. Now, I can find this just about any time. However, it's expensive, and I got a pretty good deal on this. So both of these bottles came from Flaviar. And I've promoted Flaviar in the past with their tasting packs that they have. I'll put this down so I don't drop it. But, I promoted Flaviar with their tasting packs in the past, where you subscribe and get the, I don't even know what they're doing now, because sometimes they change it. But where you subscribe and periodically they send you samples of whiskey in the mail, which I think is a pretty good value. However, I bought these bottles. It took less than a week from the time that I ordered these. I think they might have their shipping under control now. That was my one complaint in the past, was that whenever I ordered anything, it seemed like it took a month to get there, maybe even 6 weeks. It took a long time. But I ordered these less than a week ago, I think 6 days ago, and they're here today. And the cool thing, for one, I didn't have to go to the store. I knew what they had in stock, and the prices were great. You know, this Ardbeg Corey Brecken, I don't know how much it costs where you live, but I've been looking at this for a long time, and it's $120 a bottle. And the reason I never sprung for it, I mean, I've got bottles that are that expensive or more in my liquor cabinet, but I love the Ugadal, and I love the 10-year, and it's like, well, if I can get a bottle of Ugadal for $87 or so at Total Wine, I just couldn't imagine that the Corey Brecken would be any better. And from the reviews I read online, most people seem to prefer the Ugadal. I've never had the Corey Brecken, but I just didn't feel like I could justify spending an extra $30 on a bottle that I probably wouldn't enjoy as much. I mean, the Ugadal is probably I don't know. I mean, that might be my #1 favorite Scotch of all time. I love the Ugadal. It's certainly in the top 3. And then this Lagavulin 8, I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. Oh, I didn't tell you how much the Corey Brecken cost. So it was $120 at Total Wine, but I got this from Flaviar for less than $100. I think it was $98, something like that. $98. So saved me $22 on this bottle. And then the Lagavulin 8 was out of stock at Total Wine, but they still had it listed on their website with the price. It was about this, I think it was $1 cheaper on Flaviar. I think I paid $68 for this. Might have been $69 at Total Wine. So, so I saved there. Plus, you know, I didn't have to pay sales tax. Although, technically, you're supposed to claim that on your state taxes. So I will definitely do that. So the total order for those 2 bottles came to, with shipping, because I did pay shipping, was $175 for those 2 bottles. And that's not a bad deal at all. You know, it would have cost me more than that even before tax. I mean, if I would have bought that at Total Wine, it would have been over $200. Because let's see, 120 plus another 70 is 190 plus sales tax. It cost me about $205, $206 if I bought it in the store. So I saved $30 and I didn't have to leave the house. So I recommend at least checking Flaviar out. I put a link in the description to the video. I still have my account, so if you do want to order from Flaviar, it would support the channel if you click the link. You know, I'm not gonna push it on anybody, but I think it's worth a look. The tasting packs are actually pretty good value when you think about how much samples of whiskey cost at a store. I mean, to buy an airplane bottle of Johnny Walker at a standard liquor store, just like Black Label, it's usually like $8. You know, anything single malt that you're going to find is going to be probably in the $8 to $12 range for an airplane bottle, which is outrageously expensive. And Flaviar isn't near that price, and the quality that you get with their samples is really good. They send you really good quality stuff generally. Check out the bottles, though. You know, I don't see myself really ordering the tasting packs because they are still more expensive. It's still more expensive than a bottle. You know, it's nice, especially if you're just getting into it. You know, I feel like I'm experienced enough with Scotch that I don't really want to see the samples. You know, I'll read reviews online and I'll decide for myself if I want to buy a bottle. And I also find that sometimes it takes me a bottle to really get acquainted with the whiskey. But if you're new, it's nice to get some breadth starting out, so you can try a Speyside, an Islay, a Highland, you know, a Campbelltown, something peated, something unpeated. You know, you can. That's kind of good, and you don't necessarily want to buy 6 bottles of Scotch, you know, when you're starting out. So if you're just starting to get into Scotch, sample packs are a good idea. And check out the bottles, because some of them are a really good deal. Some of them are not as good a deal. Some of them are more expensive, you know, than I can source locally. But hey, shop around. But yeah, check out Flaviar. I know I was pumped, you know, about the deal that I got. Like I said, you know, I paid for these. You know, they didn't. It'd be nice if they sent them to me for free, but they didn't. I paid for these. But yeah, so if you're interested to go check out Flaviar, click the link below and browse around. And if you see something you like, give them a try. Let me know. Give me your feedback, because I don't want to recommend something that's not good. So if you have a bad experience, which I don't think you will, but if you do, share it, you know, and let me know, because the last thing I want to do is steer people wrong, because that's not what I'm about. You know, if you buy something, it does support the channel, but I don't do this for money. I think since I started putting that Flaviar link in my video, lighter, I think I've made a little over $50 off Flaviar to this point, so it's not really changing my life. And actually, you have to kick off a process in order to even get a check. So they owe me $50 some odd, but I've actually never gotten a check from them. I have to request it. So I'm sure I'll do that eventually. I won't just let them keep that money. But come on, lighter. But anyway, that's what I wanted to share. My cigar went out because I talked too much. And my lighter's dying. All right, everybody. Hopefully life's treating you well. Hopefully you've got a good cigar and a good drink. You know, it doesn't have to be booze. I always find that I'm pairing booze in my videos. But, you know, cigars go great with iced tea, with sparkling water, with, you know, a lot of people drink, so I don't really drink soda, but a lot of people will pair, you know, Dr. Pepper, or root beer, whatever. Coffee is one of my favorite cigar pairing beverages. So it doesn't have to be booze. Don't want to alienate people that I'm always drinking booze. I know not everybody drinks, and that's fine. It's probably better, actually. But if you do drink, check out Flaviar. And check out some of my other videos, because I certainly feature lots of booze, particularly scotch. Anyway, as always, I invite you to like, comment, subscribe. You know, I'll always like to hear from you, so if you message me, I'll do my best to message you back. I'm pretty good about that on YouTube, that I do respond to comments. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. Check out Flaviar, and until next time, everybody, keep your feet in the pole, a drink in your hand, and a cigar in your mouth. Have a great night, or day, whenever you're watching this. You know what I mean. Have a good one.